Oh my god, stop. Okay, so you guys are not going to believe what this just spat out. Now, you might say, Juliana, go to a damn doctor. You are probably right. Hello everyone, how are we today? I'm doing good. My heating is back. I don't think I had that update for you guys last week. So my heating has been fixed. And yeah, I think life is, I don't want to say it's on the up yet, and I'm touching wood to not jinx it, but it is marginally better than it was last week. I don't know how much we're stuffing today, because I have not been sitting down to actually do a budget, but that's okay, because the money's here and we'll just wing it as we go. So this week is week 2. My hands are like really badly dry because I just used acetone to clean off my savings challenges, so it just feels bad. Right, so we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 190, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5, 65, 75, 85, 95, 3, and 305. Alrighty. So we'll start in the purse. All my money is gone out of here. Been having quite spendy weeks recently because I don't know if I mentioned this before. So if you watched me last year, you'll know I was saving for my ensuite to be renovated. So it's in the process of being renovated. My dad is doing it for me. So yeah, life is costing a bit more at the minute because he's here a lot, and that means I have to feed him, which is more than fair. He's doing a huge big job for me, so I don't mind at all. But it means that I struggle, or I suppose we struggle, to cook for ourselves every night, and as a result we tend to have a few takeaways a week, and there's one additional person added to that. So I'm just not ending up with any leftover money, but that is fine because I put it in the purse to spend it. So 15 is going into dates. But yeah, so the renovation is coming along great. It's taking a while because he refuses to do anything but a one-man job. So that's just how he is. It's how he's always been. And he also likes to complicate things for himself by adding on lots of bits. ADHD runs in the family, so that is why he's like that. But we will not complain. We're getting a new ensuite and it's going to be beautiful and it's going to be perfect, and I'm going to be very happy. And then a 20 into food, and that is everything for my purse. And then we shall go into my binder. So I don't think I've really gotten up to much this week. It was I'm kind of decompressing from how busy work has been. I actually took an extra day off this week as well because I worked extra hours last week to try and finish off some overhang work from 2023. So I said I was taking Friday off to chill, which is lovely. So it's Saturday now, and it doesn't feel like Saturday because I've had an extra day. So I think this week I'm just going to put 20 into beauty. I'm trying to stuff up house this week because I need to get a few bits for the house. So hair and beauty now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 205. Oh, actually, I have a recommendation if you guys are looking for a moisturizer. So I'm really into skincare, and I've tried lots of stuff over the years, and one of my favorite products ever is the Murad, what is it called, the water cream or water gel cream? I can't remember what it's called. It's in a little purple pot and it's a gel moisturizer, and I love it, but it's one of those things that it feels so nice on your face that you heap it on. And even if you don't, I feel like it's just one of those products that you need a good bit of to feel the benefits of it. But it's like €60 a pot and you go through it really quickly. I have found another one that I absolutely love. I'm going through it at the same speed, but it doesn't matter because it's 1/6 of the price. So it's the Aveeno Triple Oat Water Moisturizer or Gel Moisturizer. It is incredible. Every time I've bought it, it's been between 10 to 13 euro, depending. Sometimes you get a special offer on it. I am obsessed with it. I use it all the time. I have to keep coming back here to refill it, but I don't mind because it's only a tenner. But yeah, it's so refreshing. It's so lovely. It's probably better for people. Excuse me, I don't know where my voice just went. Out the door, apparently. It's probably better for people with dehydrated skin. So if your skin is lacking in water, this is really good. If you're a dry skinned person and you're lacking more oil, it's probably not the best one. But what I do is, to tackle both issues, is I put on this gel moisturizer and then I lock it in with like a thicker cream that is more oil based. And yeah, I love it. I like to baste myself like a Christmas turkey before I go to bed. It makes me sleep a lot better. Kombucha, I'm going to give it a 5. So we have 10, 20, 35. Oh, my coins. And I think that's 11. So it's 41. Ooh. Health can have 10. So I called the doctor that did my eye surgery and I told him that it's gone down a lot. Like the little cyst that was there is probably a third of the size it was, if not a little bit smaller, but it is still there. And he said to give it another week or two that it might fully go away. But if it doesn't, then I need to get it done again, which is not going to be pleasant. But yeah, I kind of knew when I saw that it wasn't going down all the way that I might have to get it done again, but hopefully it won't be as bad the second time. My memory of it walking out was that it wasn't that bad. It was just that I had no idea what to expect, so everything was shocking. But once I kind of got over the initial shock of what was going on, I don't think it was as bad as I thought it was. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully it'll just go away. So health now has 10, 20, 30, and 40. I have found though that for some reason, and hopefully I'm jinxing myself, but I'm nearly 28 and this has just been how my entire life has been. Anytime there's something wrong with me, I always have to do the most. So I used to have really bad acne. Well, no, it wasn't actually even that bad. I didn't have that bad of acne, but I went to the doctor about it and he was like, okay, there's a lot of different antibiotics we can try. And then you're going to need to go on the pill. And worst case scenario, but you probably won't need this, is you might need to go on Roaccutane. And everybody knows at least one person who's been on Roaccutane. It's not a great experience. It's not fun. Some people are lucky, but a lot of people aren't. I think I was a lucky person going on Roaccutane. I don't think I had the worst of the side effects. It did change my personality a lot though. While I was on it, I was extremely irritable, which I'm generally not a very irritable person. Was also a teenager, to be fair. But the second the doctor said to me, there was a lot of options, I just knew I was going to end up on Roaccutane. So I went through all of the options all the way up and ended up on Roaccutane. And it's been like that my whole life. It's, you know, if I have to get a cyst removed and they say, oh, there's 3 options, this one's the worst case scenario, hopefully you won't have to do it, I immediately know that's what I'm going to have to do. Maybe I create that in my own mind and then it becomes truth. Maybe I should try to be more positive. So that's everything I'm going to put in here. Oh, maybe, you know what, I'm actually going to, first of all, I have to take money out of Pilates because I bought my new pack of classes. So we'll move that. I'm also going to throw a 5 into going out because I have a work dinner this week. So I'm going to make sure. This is kind of my backup fund. I try to just use my purse for going out stuff. But yeah, I like to have this as backup. So honestly, the reason being that, and I'm not sure if all cultures are like this, I imagine so, but in Ireland, there's, you know, rounds of drinks. And if one person buys a round of drinks, there is an unspoken expectation that everybody at the table will do a round. And that means that you might go out thinking you want one drink, but then one person at a table of 4 buys a round, and now you are kind of locked into having 4 drinks. I mean, you could order whatever you wanted. You can order a water, but you're going to have to pay for a round of drinks then. So this envelope purely just softens my anxiety around that experience of not having money to do a round. So we have 20, 40, 5, 55. And then your round can cost anything. I mean, if you're with people drinking all pints, you're probably looking at 25-ish, 20, 30 euro maybe. I don't know, this economy. But if people are drinking cocktails and stuff, Jesus, like it's... Well, hopefully that won't happen. Let's not jinx that. But that's... You're talking 15 euro a drink for multiple people. I sound really cheap. It's not that I'm cheap. I don't mind buying people around. I just prefer when rounds don't happen, because if I don't like the social pressure of feeling like I need to drink more than I want to, or buying drinks for people, because you don't really choose to buy the drinks for people then, you know what I mean? It's that somebody bought a drink for you and now you feel obliged to buy it back. So okay, sinking funds. This is getting thick. I think March we are doing a cash condensing, so that is badly needed. So car tax is getting 10. So we now have 150, 60, 70, 80, 95, wow. 200, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. My fingers are all over the place back here. It's not usually that difficult. I don't know what's going on. And then car insurance. Sorry, my hand is like, I need hand cream. So it's 150, 60, 70, 80, 5, 95, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Cool. And then house. So I will explain to you a little bit about what I've done and what I'm intending. So my side hustle is starting back up, which requires my house to be in a tip-top shape. So I need to repaint my bathroom. So I went out and got paint for that yesterday, just the ceiling. I need to give the bathroom a serious clean. What else? I bought an air fryer, nothing to do with side hustle. I just finally caved. I've never had an air fryer, and I know everybody's kind of over the point of talking about it, and that's generally when I tend to come in and then make the decision. But I got a dual air fryer yesterday, and then we had a toddler dinner, because as if I couldn't make a toddler dinner in the oven, I don't know what I was thinking, but we went out and got oven chips and chicken dippers and came home and made that in the air fryer, because it's a, what do they call it, fail safe. There was no way that dinner could fail, so that's what we did, and it was delicious. It probably would have been delicious regardless of the air fryer. But I need to get some accessories to go with it, you know, like the liners, things like that. And then I think I need to get an assortment of pillows for me to sleep with. So I keep pulling, I don't know if I'm tweaking a nerve, pinching a nerve, pulling a muscle, I don't know what it is, but consistently every couple of weeks I wake up with pain in my rhomboid muscle, the one that, if this is my spine and this is my shoulder blade, if you're looking at my back, the muscle in between, and that pain tends to radiate up through my neck and then give me a bit of a creak in my neck. So all week, I'll try to draw you a diagram with my hands. If you're looking at my back, these are my shoulders, so I have my hands capped around my shoulders here. All week I look like this. I was slanted walking around, and my neck was also tilted this way. I couldn't actually move my neck in this direction, and if I tried too much, I got dizzy. Now, you might say, Juliana, go to a damn doctor. You are probably right. However, every time I go to the doctor, they look at me, they say there's nothing wrong with me, and they tell me to go home and stretch. And I'm not going to keep paying 60 to 80 euro to doctors to tell me to do things I already do. So my dad is exactly like this too. So he brought me this like anti-arthritis inflammation gel. So I've been putting that on it. I have been stretching. I wanted to say I've been having baths, but having is the wrong word. I have been earning baths because for some reason, my bath only gives me hot water if I watch it. So I don't know what everybody else does when they run a bath, but I like to run it and walk away and do things. Normally prepare snacks for the bath or find a documentary to watch. But I go away and then come back to it. But every time I've done that lately, the bath water at some point runs cold and then I come back to a cold bath. So the other day when I was running the bath, I came back to a cold bath and had to let out half the water, boil like 6 kettles of water, top it up with the electric shower. And yeah, so I absolutely earned that bath. And I milked it as well. Normally I only stay in the bath for like 30 minutes. I was in there for an hour and a half because of how much work I put into it. But yeah, so I need to get a couple of things for the house, a couple of things for the air fryer, a couple of cleaning supplies because the house needs a good like top down, bottom up, left right scrub. And is that it? I think that's it. But yeah, so I'm on a little bit of an Amazon rampage right now for the house. So is there anything else that needs stuffing? I'm gonna come back to house actually, because I'm just gonna throw a $5 into Christmas. Let's do 10. So it's 20, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, and 80. So we're doing good for Christmas. Although I don't know how much Christmas presents I'm actually going to do this year now that I think about it, because the savings challenges that I'm doing, it's back here actually. Everything that's going into Florida is to bring my family to Florida, which is going to be 2025. So I'm not going heavy on Christmas this year because everybody's going to Florida next year. So that's my present. I don't think I need to put anything into the rest of these. Maybe a $5 for future husband. I feel bad passing it. So it's 55, 65, and 70. So that's good. And what do we have left? So we have a 50. Okay, so I'm going to throw 100 up here. That's my savings challenges. What's that leave me with? 25, 35, and 40. Okay, that will do. There's a $5 in here, so that's 45. This probably won't be here next week because I'm going to go spend it. But that's okay. So that's everything for my sinking funds. And then for not knockout 9, my savings challenge binder, which says knockout 9 at the front, we're going to go straight for infinity. Ooh. All my rings are sitting here. I haven't even got my engagement ring on because 1, I just woke up. 2, as you can see maybe you can see by the marks on my hands, I was cleaning with acetone, so I'm not about to wear my ring while I do that. And yeah, I'll put it on in a few. So, is this? Yes, these are my dice. Okay. Right, let's see, infinity, what you want to do today. +3. 1, 2, 3. We just missed the 25. Okay, so we need 10, which means we need change. So in my spending, I'll take a 20 for a second. Do I have 2 10s? I do. So take out this 10, put in this 20. Oh, and move my magnet because I always forget. Whoop. Oh no, that's not good. Down there. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. And put this in here. Oh, something that is going on at the minute that is, I don't have a word for it, is I'm being a very brave girl right now, and shout out to anybody who's done this, because I'm sure a lot of us have. So my fiance's second driving test is coming up. So he's been practicing a lot. He has a car, but he needs me in the car to drive because I have a full license. And we have been practicing, and how do I say this? He is not a bad driver. That's not where I'm going with this. But it is nerve-wracking for me to sit in a car with someone who's learning to drive. Because for me, it's control. I have absolutely no control over the situation. And oh my God, I didn't realize that I had such bad anxiety on things like this. And like, shout out to anybody who does this as a job, as a driving instructor. Although, to be fair, I'm sure you have pedals. So that makes it a little bit different. But I don't know if I could do the job and not stamp on the pedals every 2 seconds. And I feel really bad. It's not him at all. It's just me. I've been driving a long time, and I'm a very confident driver. And to be fair, when I was younger, I sat in cars with friends who were learning to drive, but there was never a connection. You know what I mean? It was like my friend was learning to drive. I could sit in his car. I had no control over the situation, but I didn't feel like I had to have control. And then when my little sister was learning to drive, I let her drive my car around a car park a little bit, but it was an empty car park and there was nobody around. And I feel like, I suppose, any of the consequences of those situations, my best friend's consequence would have kind of gone back to his parents, because he would have had to, like, you know, fix a car or deal with him, I suppose. And when it was my sister, again, it was my parents that would have had to deal with any consequences. Also, I just never was really concerned over it was my first car that she was driving around, so it wasn't my pride and joy. So I just didn't really worry about it. But in this scenario, because it's my fiance, I feel responsible. I don't know. In this scenario, I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is, but it's like I'm worried for the consequences. I'm worried that something would happen that would knock his confidence, and there's nothing I can do about it. Does that make sense? Probably not. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with a lot. And we're literally going out driving, and I'm sitting there having arguments in my own head, and he's like, "Oh, you're so quiet." And it's because I'm fighting with myself in my mind, being like, you are not in control here. You don't have to be in control here. There's nothing that's going to go wrong. It's going to be your problem. But that's not how it feels. It feels like everything is, you know, I don't know. It's just power to anybody who has children, who they have to do this with them. Or if you've done this for someone and your anxiety is really bad over it as well, I feel you. Oh my God, I cannot wait for this process to be over, because it's just, I don't know. And it's not him. It's me trying to deal with myself. But I'd rather just not be in the scenario where I have to. So anyway, rant aside, thank you for the therapy session. How much do I owe you? Let me get into knockout 9 with my nice clean card. And we did leave some change in here because it didn't make it to a 10. So that's okay. So actually, I'm going to keep that over there. So let's do this. Give it a blow. Thank you. Oh, it's a ballerina. Okay, 7. Let's do 4 and 3. Oops. Blow. 3 and 3 is 6. So let's go with 6. Blow. 4 and 1 is 5. Okay, we're sticking all in the same area. These dice need to shake it up for me. Blow. 5 and 4 is 9. 5 and 1 is 6. And we are done. Okay. I don't have my calculator in here with me because I have been studying like a good girl, and so I need my calculator. Because if I use my phone, I'll end up on YouTube or something. So 8 and 7 is 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, that is fine. So pop you over here, and 18. Okay, well, 20 it is. That's what you're getting. Or I could take my... No, it's fine. I do this every week. Every time I end up with change, I take it out, and then at the end, I just put it back in again. So it's easier for me to round up. I did get a request a couple of weeks ago, which I haven't forgotten. I've just forgotten, I suppose. Yeah, I've forgotten, but I do remember it frequently. So somebody had asked about what each of my savings challenges are and what they're for. So I'm going to explain as I go through. Knockout 9 is by Lunalolly. You can buy her items on Etsy. She also has a YouTube channel, so make sure to check her out. The Knockout 9 challenge, as you can see, it's a shut the box challenge, or if you save each one of these numbers, it'll add up to 450. The way I do it is I like the shut the box challenge, and I do it with 2 dice. So you basically roll the dice each time and you cross out whatever numbers add up to that, and then whatever, once you roll and you can't make it up here, you will then circle and add it up. That was probably quite obvious from how I played the game. What I do with Knockout 9 though is I stuff this all the way till the end, and then I unstuff the envelope, and it will then feed into whatever my savings challenges are at the minute. My main one being Florida right now, but I have recently added in my holiday spending money, which is for Tenerife in June. So all of my, as much as I have all these different challenges, they all tend to go towards the same goals. I just work that out on a monthly basis, or at the end of a challenge, I will then put it into one of my bigger challenges, if that makes sense. And then an infinity challenge for this one, every week I give myself €40 spending money, and then I come over to infinity and I roll this. This one's by Budget with OURA, or Budget with OURA. Etsy again. I do think he has his own website now that I think about it, but I might be wrong. Also, great YouTube channel, so make sure to check him out. That's also where I got this sticker. This came from a follower, and I think it was about 3 weeks ago I showed you the happy mail I got from Tony. So this came as part of this. But yeah, I come over here with my spending money, I roll the dice, and then whatever it lands on, I take that out of my spending money for the week. And this savings challenge is actually different to the rest because this savings challenge is for me. The idea is I take some of my spending money off myself and let it build up in here until I have something that I want to do. The last time I took out of this was, actually the first time I took out of this was only recently to get my hair done. And then the second time I took out of it was to buy some beauty stuff that was going to cost a bit more than I wanted to take out of hair and beauty. So yeah, this is kind of like my treat fund for myself. It can be for anything, but it does have to be for me. Fortune then. So this one was the challenge that Tony bought me, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It comes from Budget with OURA again. And this challenge is one that goes towards my bigger challenges like Florida or my Tenerife spending. And in this one, the way I play it, but I'm sure you can do it whatever way you like. Did it come with rules? I can't remember if it came with rules or not. No, I don't think it did. So the idea is, I think there's 21 cards in here, and they are all representative of tarot cards. As you can see, that one's upside down. That might mean something, so I'm going to keep that one. And everything else is upside down. But all of these cards have Roman numerals at the top, and you can pick one or you can pick multiple and do that whatever way you want to do it, but that you then just save the number that you've pulled. So I tend to pull 3. Today, I think I'm going to pull 2 just to, I've only have €80 left. So yeah, I'm gonna pull 2. I've already got the Magician out. So let's see what our next one is and what is calling this one. Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. Have I got those 2 before? I don't know. That's only 6. So we're gonna put 10 in this one. So Magician and Wheel of Fortune. I'll keep that in mind. And now what I normally do with this challenge is I have a little AI generator on my tablet that will give me the reading for the 2 of those cards put together. And we'll take that as my fortune for the week. Oh my god, stop. Okay, so you guys are not going to believe what this just spat out. So I put in that the Magician came out reversed and also the Wheel of Fortune. And please believe me when I say I film all of this in order and then I just edit the video back. So I don't rearrange the order of anything that happens here. And it just came out to say that those 2 cards together is no control, willpower, clinging to control desire, bad luck creation, and manifestation. Is that not, that's crazy. I can't actually believe that that's what that came out with. Normally it spits out a load of random words, to be fair, but those are all highly related and highly relatable to me, which I find that's blown my mind. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Wildcard then. So Wildcard is another Budget with OURA challenge, and this one is another pack of cards. Again, this goes to my bigger savings challenges, and with Wildcard you again just select however many cards you want to select. I am going to do, I keep saying I want to try figure out how to make this a 21 or bust challenge because I really like the 21 or bust, but I think what I need to do is go look at the rules of that game. And I know I said that last week that I needed to go check that and think about it, but I haven't done that as of yet. So, okay, let's go with you. That's a 60. We're gonna stop right there because I only have 70, so 60 will do. I am not in the mood for IOUs today. Whoop. Oh god, the struggle. Okay. Do I have 2 10s somewhere? I do. So Wildcard is going to get a 60. And because also, I should just mention, because there is no definite ending to Fortune or Wildcard the way I play it, because I just keep adding the cards back into the deck, these 2 get unstuffed on a monthly basis. So once we hit a new month, I'll unstuff. Piggy Pile Up. So I rarely have a 10, so I'm going to put it into Piggy. This challenge is from My Money Matters with Esther. She has an Etsy and she also has a YouTube channel, so make sure you check her out. So we're up to 80 on this one. I love Esther's challenges. They're all so cute. And what I've been doing with this one is I've been treating it as a €10 challenge. So whenever I have a €10, that's when I'll put it in here. And this one saves 100. And again, this will go towards my holiday savings challenges. And I did cash condense this. So as much as I'm saying it's a €10 challenge, so there should only be €10 in here, I did cash condense. So we now have 50, 60, 70, and 80. And this one ended up being a bit of a slow burn, just because I always seem to use my 10s really quickly. So that's why that one's like that. And that's all my money, but I'm going to just bring you through the rest of my challenges. So the 100 envelope challenge, this has been on pause at the minute. I will be starting this back up again in the next 2 weeks. What I do is from all of my side hustle money, go straight into the 100 envelope challenge. I do separate videos on that, and I also do shorts of it where I show you guys me wax sealing the envelopes. And then at the end, we fully unstuff. So I have done that once already. So make sure you have a look at my video of unstuffing and opening up all my envelopes. I think it's a very satisfying video. So that's what this one is for. And again, this is just a big challenge that feeds into Florida for the minute, but in future, I don't know what it will feed into once we have been and gone to Florida. So then I have 16 jars. So this one is by that Budget Lux. So I love her challenges. They're always really colorful, and the backs of her cards are always really colorful as well, which I love. So this again goes into my Florida or Tenerife spending holidays. And the way I do this is I took jars quite literally, and I do put money into jars, and I round all these up. So my jars only fit €5 notes. So anything up to 5 is €5. Anything up to 10 is a tenner, and then, or well, 2 5s. And then anything up to 15 is 3 5s, and the 16 is 4 5s. So that is how I play this one. Savopoly is Budget with OURA again. This was an online download, which is brilliant. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like Monopoly. So you go around the board, and once I hit this side of the board, I unstuff. However, I am consistently always forgetting where I am on this board. So I still don't know where I am right now. I'd probably have to go back and watch videos to figure it out. Or I should mark it, but I don't want to mark it, and I don't have any more magnets. So that is that one. And then Snakes again is a digital download from Budget with OURA. And I actually finish this one quite frequently because for some reason I find it very easy to remember where I am. Also, I did get it called out last week, and they were totally right to do so, because I realized myself while I was editing that when I did this challenge last week, I went in the snake formation, which that was a newsflash to me. I know that the game goes like this, but I didn't realize it's because it was in the formation of a snake. But I got up to here or something and then started doing right to left. I don't know why I did that, but I worked it back, and I'm pretty sure I still would have finished the challenge, I think. This one I'm not doing at the minute, but this is just the 52 envelope challenge and the 36 envelope challenge. These ones down the back are kind of the ones I'm not actively doing right now, but keeping for later. And then Tony also got me this one when she bought me the Fortune, and this is the Emerald 350. So it's the scratch off challenge. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it yet, but I love it and I am going to use it. I just need to figure out what I want to do. Also, I feel like with scratch offs, I know you can buy the scratchies to put back on them, but they also, it's not that they feel like a one use thing to me, but I feel like once I've scratched them, I'm probably going to remember what's behind all the scratchies, and then yeah, it kind of feels like it's a big surprise for the first go, and then after that I'll probably have more of an idea of what's going on behind these, so it won't be as surprising. So I want to make sure that whatever I use this for first time is going to have the same energy levels as what the surprises are going to bring. That probably makes no sense. And then back here, I have a 50-cent challenge that we never look at or never do, because I very rarely have 50 cents. I think I have a $5 in 50 cents is in here. And then I just keep a spare IOU thing, which honestly I had forgotten about until right now. But I keep that there in case I have an IOU further up in here. And then I also have the 25 jars, 30 jars, and 9 jars by that Budget Lux, which you can see I completed this one. I haven't attempted these two yet. And again, look at these, the back of these cards. I also write up here how much, it says on the front how much you'll save if you follow these amounts, but because of how I do it and rounding everything up to 5, this is what they save for me, so I just keep that there. So I have that in mind. So that is all my savings challenges. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it immensely. A little bit freaked out by my Fortune. I'm going to go speak to my fiance about it, because that is, I need to process that. That's very strange. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Make sure to leave me a green heart emoji if you got through to the end, and thank you. And I shall see you soon. Bye.